Have you ever felt completely swamped by your own thoughts, unable to escape a relentless barrage of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios? Imagine your mind as a busy intersection where thoughts should flow smoothly, but instead they collide and create chaos. This is overthinking. It's when your brain dwells on problems and stresses long past their due, turning tiny worries into towering obstacles. It's thinking too much, unnecessarily, in ways that cloud our judgment and impede our happiness. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Let's dive into why this happens. Overthinking isn't just a habit, it's a cognitive pattern that can significantly impact your mental health. This statement captures the essence of overthinking, a complex mental process where one dwells on their thoughts excessively, often leading to a spiraling effect. But what exactly is overthinking? At its core, overthinking involves repeatedly analyzing, commenting on, and even worrying about the same thoughts. It's like a mental loop that refuses to end. The roots of overthinking are deeply psychological. It often stems from a desire to gain control over everything in life, triggered by fears that things might go wrong if not meticulously thought through. This can be seen in daily scenarios, from obsessing over a past conversation to fretting about future responsibilities. It's not merely thinking too much about something, but rather an invasive thought process that can take over one's peace of mind and emotional equilibrium. Now, knowing what overthinking is, let's explore why it's not just a nuisance but a serious concern for many. The consequences of overthinking can ripple through all areas of your life. When the mind is caught in a whirlwind of thoughts, it can feel like being trapped in a relentless storm. It's not just about being lost in thought, it's about the storm these thoughts can create around you and within you. Imagine a scenario where every decision, no matter how minor, becomes a massive undertaking. From choosing what to wear to deciding what to eat for lunch, each choice is plagued by endless what-ifs and possible outcomes. This isn't just indecisiveness, it's the mind grappling with an overload of possibilities, leading to a paralyzing inability to make simple decisions. As these patterns intensify, so too does anxiety. With each overanalyzed thought, the body's stress response is triggered. This isn't just a fleeting feeling of discomfort, it's a continuous state where stress hormones like cortisol flood the system, leading to a host of physical and emotional symptoms. The heart races, the stomach churns, and sleep becomes elusive. Over time, this heightened state of anxiety can wear you down, affecting both mental and physical health. But the impact of overthinking doesn't stop at anxiety. It spirals into the realm of stress, which blankets everyday life with a sense of heaviness. Stress from overthinking isn't just about feeling overwhelmed, it's about how this mental habit can erode your sense of joy and spontaneity. Activities you once enjoyed can become burdensome, as the mind is never truly free to experience the moment. Moreover, this constant overthinking fosters a feeling of being stuck, much like being mired in quicksand. The more you struggle with your thoughts, the deeper you sink. Opportunities are missed and personal growth is stunted because when you're overthinking, you're not acting. You're stuck in the loop of analysis paralysis, where no decision feels right and no outcome feels safe. These effects clearly show why it's crucial to address overthinking. But what drives this exhausting mental habit? Many roads lead to overthinking, but two common culprits stand out: perfectionism and fear of failure. Let's take a closer look at these formidable foes in the battle for mental clarity. Starting with perfectionism, it's like having an overzealous internal critic that never takes a break. This critic is not just harsh, it demands flawlessness in every task, no matter how small. Imagine someone working on a project, perhaps a presentation. They could spend hours tweaking minor details. Font sizes, color shades, the alignment of graphics, all in pursuit of an unattainable ideal. It's not just about making it good, it's about making it perfect, which in reality is an elusive goal. This relentless pursuit can lead to a significant amount of overthinking as one tries to foresee and control every possible outcome. Now let's pivot to the fear of failure. This fear is a powerful motivator, but not always in a constructive way. It often causes individuals to overthink as a form of risk management. Consider someone preparing for a job interview. The thought of not performing well might lead them to mentally rehearse answers obsessively, to the point where spontaneity and genuine interaction are stifled. They dwell on every possible question and fret over each potential mistake, trapping themselves in a cycle of what-ifs and if-onlys. Both perfectionism and the fear of failure are rooted in a desire for control, a way to shield oneself from criticism and negative outcomes. However, in their quest for control, individuals often end up losing it as their minds become overwhelmed with possibilities and hypotheticals. These triggers are not just prevalent, they are deeply ingrained in our personal and professional lives, making them particularly relatable and challenging to overcome. Understanding these triggers is key, but the real question is what keeps fueling this cycle of overthinking? Here's a psychological fact that might surprise you. Overthinking is often rooted in our time perspective, specifically, focusing too much on the past or future. Now let's delve a bit deeper into this. The human mind is a complex and powerful tool, capable of incredible memory and foresight. However, these abilities can sometimes become our own worst enemy. When you spend too much time reflecting on past events or anticipating future ones, you can find yourself trapped in a relentless loop of overthinking. Imagine this. Every time you recall a past mistake, your mind, trying to protect you, turns every detail over and over, analyzing what went wrong and what could have been. This might sound like a productive exercise at first, but it often leads to an excessive focus on regrets or missed opportunities. Similarly, when you focus too much on the future, it's easy to get caught up in the what-ifs and could-bes, which can spiral into anxiety and endless planning for scenarios that may never occur. This tendency to overthink about non-present times is not just a habit. It's woven into the very fabric of our psychological makeup. Psychologists refer to this as chronic temporal focus, where the balance between past, present, and future thinking is skewed, leading to mental health challenges like stress, anxiety, and depression. Now you might wonder, why does the mind do this? It's partly because of an evolutionary trait designed to help us learn from past experiences and prepare for future threats. However, in our modern world where physical dangers are less imminent, this trait can overfire, causing us to dwell excessively on things that are either unchangeable or unknowable. So, how can we break free from this loop and start living more in the present? The journey involves recognizing when you're slipping into these temporal traps and consciously pulling your focus back to the here and now. Techniques like mindfulness and meditation can be incredibly effective in retraining your brain to appreciate the present moment rather than being haunted by the past or anxious about the future. Remaining grounded in the present is not just about reducing overthinking, it's about enhancing your overall quality of life, allowing you to enjoy each moment as it comes without the heavy shadows of the past or the looming anxieties of the future. Breaking the cycle of overthinking is about embracing the present. It's about shifting focus from the whirlwind of what-ifs and could-have-beens to what is right here, right now. Let's explore how to navigate through the maze of overthinking by anchoring ourselves in the present moment. Firstly, consider the practice of mindfulness. This isn't just a buzzword, it's a transformative tool. Mindfulness means paying full attention to the current moment without judgment. It's about noticing the sensations of breathing, the subtleties of a task at hand, or the details in the environment around you. By anchoring thoughts to the present, mindfulness cuts the strings of past regrets and future anxieties. Another effective strategy is focusing on actionable steps. Overthinking often traps us in a loop of speculation and hypotheticals. Break this cycle by asking yourself, what is one thing I can do right now to make progress? Whether it's jotting down ideas, organizing a small section of your workspace, or reaching out to a friend or colleague for input, taking action can help clear the mental clutter. Setting clear and achievable goals is equally crucial. When goals are too vague or ambitious, they can feed into overthinking. By setting smaller, more manageable objectives, you create a roadmap of success, each step building your confidence and reducing the space for overthinking. Let's not underestimate the power of these practices. Imagine someone who constantly worries about making the perfect decision in their career. By applying mindfulness, they focus more on their current tasks, which improves their performance and decision-making. With actionable steps, they tackle projects one at a time, and setting clear goals guides them through a structured path to career advancement. Implementing these strategies can significantly reduce overthinking, leading to a clearer mind and a healthier life. By embracing the present, you're not just avoiding the pitfalls of overthinking, you're actively crafting a more focused and fulfilling existence. Now that we've explored the depths of overthinking and how to combat it, we'd love to hear your story. Step into the comments section and share your experiences. Have you found yourself tangled in thoughts about what could have been or what might be? How have you managed to navigate through these mental mazes? Every story shared is a step towards understanding and mutual support. Engaging with each other helps us all grow stronger, more aware, and resilient. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the psychology behind everyday challenges. Together, we can tackle these mental hurdles more effectively.